Chapter 27 of The Seventh Most Important Thing by Shelley Pearsall. All Arthur saw at first was a wall of gold and silver. A stunned gasp escaped from him. What the heck had he stumbled upon? It looked like a shimmering shrine inside the garage, like something you'd see on a Hollywood movie set or in an Egyptian temple or something. There were glittering tables, silver pillars, gilt pedestals, and throne-like chairs. Arthur couldn't believe his eyes. Radiant gold and silver objects filled almost half of the room. The pieces piled so high they nearly touched the low ceiling lights. It was unreal. Arthur wondered if he was having a hallucination or some kind of crazy dream. Was he really standing inside Mr. Hampton's garage in Washington, D.C.? He closed his eyes and opened them again just to check if everything was still there. It was. And that's when he noticed something else. There were wings everywhere. They were attached to the sides of the tables, the backs of the chairs, the pedestals and pillars. Everything he could see had its own pair of sparkling wings. Arthur remembered what Mr. Hampton had said about his dad's hat. I took it for the wings. Was this what he'd meant? Still trying to grasp the unbelievable scene in front of him, Arthur stood motionless by the door. His leaky boots made two moist prints like wings on the cement. Where had Mr. Hampton found all these things? What was the mysterious creation supposed to be? Arthur might have stayed frozen in the same spot forever, lost in the vision of the shimmering world, if it hadn't been for the sound. From the opposite side of the garage, Arthur heard a low moan. His eyes darted toward the far corner of the garage where there didn't seem to be much light, only pools of darkness and shadow and piles of stuff he couldn't really identify in the gloom, except for one thing. A man lying on the floor. He wore a familiar tan coat. His shoes were still on his feet, and a pair of shattered glasses rested on the floor in the front of his head. Arthur's heart dropped. James Hampton.